Hi, my name is Vanessa St. Louis. I am the Human Resources Manager with Mekka Communications, and I just want to give you a wonderful welcome to our information session today. You're here today because you've expressed interest in working from home as an independent call center agent with Mekka Communications. So today's information session is to provide you with further information about a few wonderful work at home opportunities that we currently have available with Mekka Communications. So before we get started, I wanted to let you know that Mekka Communications Incorporated is a call center company, and we specialize in work at home opportunities. We were founded in Canada, Toronto, Canada. However, we do operate in the US as well. So now that you passed the phone interview, we're here to share with you some amazing work at home opportunities. And just to let you know, working from home with Mekka on these particular opportunities means that you'd be an independent contracted agent, meaning that there is a difference between employee and independent contractor. As an independent contractor, you do have the freedom to work at your own availability. So there's no set designated schedule. You are able to schedule your own hours. However, although you have that freedom to schedule your own hours, you would still have to commit and also adhere to the hours that you choose to work. Okay, so I just wanted to make that clear. And so I'll get right into things. Sorry about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to present to you the three different clients that we're looking to recruit for. And after I explain the logistics of each client and working with those clients, then you are able to choose which client suits you the best. So here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen first. There we go. So here we are. So I'm hoping that you could see my screen right now. So first and foremost, we have three different clients that we're recruiting for. One is Comcast Xfinity. It's a retention program. It's strictly inbound customer service. The second would be the Home Depot, which is North America's #1 hardware company. We also have Signet Jewelers, which is just exactly what it says. It's Signet Jewelers, and it's also customer service calls. So all three are strictly customer service. There's no sales or quotas that you need to meet or commission involved. Okay, so I'll start off with Comcast Xfinity. So the Comcast Xfinity program, it's a retention program. You'll be taking inbound customer service calls. So you are able to earn up to $16 an hour. However, the pay rate starts at $15.50 per hour. That's US dollars for all three. How the scheduling works, it works per interval. So each interval is a duration of 30 minutes. So because you have the freedom to schedule your own hours, you're able to schedule your hours in 30-minute intervals. So per interval is $8 an hour. So let's say today, for example, you want to work from 5 to 6 p.m. So that would be 2 intervals, combining them together, 675 and 675 is equal to 1550. So per half hour. I apologize. Now up here at the top, it says that top performing service partners earn $16 an hour, which is $8 per half hour. Being a top performer means that you are showing up on time for your intervals, you're keeping your commitment to the hours that you schedule to service. So it takes about 30 days from once you start, when you're fully on the floor, to perform and show your skills, your commitment, and adherence to become a top performing service partner. Okay, so that's for Comcast Xfinity. So the training for Comcast begins on September the 27th. There are 2 training classes that you're able to actually choose from. If you're a morning person, it would be Monday through to Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so we're on Eastern time. So you would have to calculate that difference in your time zone depending on where you are. And there's also an evening class from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. So how it works is like this. Phase 1 begins September 27th to October the 20th. For phase 1, there's no revenue to be earned. It's a 2.5-week class where you learn all the logistics about Comcast, about the program. It's basically theory work, like you're in a classroom 4 hours a day. And then once you complete phase 1, which would begin October the 21st to October the 27th, you'd begin earning your $15.50 an hour, and this would be taking calls, and it's still within a training environment. So phase 1, there is no revenue. It's a class time. It's only 4 hours, Monday to Friday. You can choose whether the morning or the evening training class works best for you. So the available time slots are business begins at 11 a.m. and ends at 9 p.m. That's Eastern time. So 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and you can service at any time between these hours, Monday through to Saturday, once you're on the floor, and even while you're in phase 2 training. There are weekend requirements. So for on Saturday, which means that you can select 12 intervals, which is 6 hours. So on Monday or Tuesday, or a combination of both. So you could do your weekend requirements 3 hours on a Monday, 3 on a Tuesday. So it's 12 intervals. So most intervals are available Mondays and Fridays, which is pretty good. So I'll just give you a brief description about Comcast Xfinity. It is one of America's largest video, high-speed internet, and phone providers to residential customers under the Xfinity brand. With Xfinity, Comcast delivers the best in TV, internet, voice, mobile, and home management, all working together to give customers instant access to the things that matter most anywhere at any time. And there is a website where you can research the company. So it would be at comcast.com. Now, for all 3 positions, there are system and equipment requirements. So The platform that you'd be servicing through is called Arise. Arise is also America's #1 work from home platform, where there's several different clients for you to choose from to service. Right now, it's the Signet Jewelers, Home Depot, and Comcast. Okay, so they do have a secure desktop, which is very easy to access. You would need dual monitors, USB headset, of course, for class and also taking your call. Okay, you can also use a POTS line, digital or business VoIP service, as long as a hardwired phone with headset is connected. So there's only two VoIP providers that use internet, for example, UMA and Magic Jack. They are not permitted. Okay, so we can definitely go into more details once you've made a decision which client works best for you. Sorry about that. So the Arise Secure Desktop, it's a flash drive, and you would need it to successfully access the platform in order to service a client program. As mentioned, after the information session, once you've expressed which client works best from you, we will send you a copy of this PDF. I wanted to add as well that you do get to test your system to make sure you meet all the requirements. We did just review briefly up above, the certification details. So phase 1 is basically an overview of tools, knowledge, and resources. You do practice call time, things of that to get you prepared to be ready to take your first sorry about that official call. Okay, so in phase 2, you earn your revenue. You start earning your $15.50 an hour. You do need to be taking calls to earn. So you get basically the 30 intervals, which is 15 hours of taking calls each week for phase 2. So it's pretty good. So what we're going to do for those interested in the Comcast Xfinity program, we will send you this PDF and instructions how to, #1, enroll on the Arise platform, chose your training class as well. Now, this, as an independent contractor, it's basically your little business. So for training, there is an investment that you pay for the course. You receive a certificate that you are able to use in the future, that you've passed this Comcast Xfinity program and you've earned as well, which is wonderful. And in addition to that, the opportunity requires a background check and an affidavit of identification, which definitely will be emailed to you to review as well. Okay, so that's for Comcast Xfinity. The starting pay rate per hour is $15.50 per hour, US dollars. Training starts on September the 27th. You have 2 training classes to choose from, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then 6 p.m. to 10 Eastern time. And that is the Comcast Xfinity. Our other client that's available is the Home Depot. Everybody knows the orange guys. So Home Depot is $15 an hour. Sorry, to begin with. Again, it's the same It's you schedule your schedule in 30-minute intervals. Each interval is $7.50. Combining two intervals, it's $15 an hour. So you are expected to service a minimum of 100 intervals, which is 50 hours per invoice period. Okay. Now, the class schedule for Home Depot, phase one is from September 27th to October 11th. And then as of October 11th, you start earning revenue by taking your calls. Okay. So, in this phase, you earn while you learn. So it's a mix of the class time and live call taking. And then that's from the 12th to the 25th. And then from the 26th, you're still being paid. It is part of phase two. And that's where you're strictly taking calls in a very supportive environment. It's kind of like nesting where help is available to you on each and every call. Now for Home Depot, they're offering 3 class times. So one is from 9 a.m. to 3, from 12 to 6, then 4 to 10 Eastern time as well. Intervals available are from Sunday to Saturday, from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern time, 7 days a week. Now, there are weekend service and requirement, which is only 5 hours. So say you want to split those 5 hours, you could do 2.5 hours Saturday or 2.5 hours on the Sunday, or a combination of both. So as we know, Home Depot, it is the world's largest home improvement retailer. They have over nearly 400,000 orange-blooded associates and more than 2,200 stores in the US, Canada, and even Mexico. So basically, Agents Day, working with the Home Depot, you're taking inbound sales, customer service, and store support. So you'd be doing things like assisting customers with product questions, placing orders, handling existing orders, returns, replacements, provide store specific support, and also contacting vendors for shipping information. Okay, so it's a pretty straightforward work. Okay, so phase one, it's not as long as the Comcast retention program. It's from September 27th to October 10th. And then phase two, you start earning your $15 per hour. Okay, so you do the instructor-led and self-paced e-learning. And then phase two, it's a mix of instructor-led content and live calls. And then phase three, it's 3 phases. It's strictly taking calls and with a supportive environment, of course. Again, this PDF will be sent to those who are interested in working with Mekka Communication servicing for Home Depot as well. And actually, this is one of the number one clients on the Arise platform. Reason being, phase one's duration is much shorter than Comcast. Their phase one duration is about 2.5 weeks. With Home Depot, it's just from the 27th to the 11th. You do have 3 classes to choose from. The training class is a little more than the 4 hours for phase 1, 2, and 3. Reason being, there's more to learn, and the longer the class, the shorter the training period is especially for phase one. There is a cost to pay for your training time, and that can also be discussed. I am so sorry. That can also be discussed once you express the program of your interest. So that's for Home Depot. It's a wonderful program. There's a lot of incentives as well with Home Depot also. And once you express interest in Home Depot, we do send you this PDF for your review. And there's a live call that you can listen to as well. Lastly, we have Signet Jewelers. Jewelers, which is the diamond store. You'll be taking customer service calls, and the rate per hour is $12.50 in US currency as well. Phase one would begin in October the 18th to the 8th of November. Phase two begins November the 9th to the 16th. So you earn while you learn, taking calls. Class times offered for Signet Jewelers, there are 3. So you can do 9 to 1, 3 to 7, and 6 to 10 Eastern time. The available intervals are from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time, and then Saturdays from 10 to 10, so it's a 12-hour day, and then Sunday from 12 to 9, all in Eastern time. So special service and requirements. So we do require 8 intervals, which is 4 hours are required on Monday, and then 8 intervals required on Black Friday. So it's 8 intervals for those 2 dates. Okay, so it is the world's largest retailer of diamond jewelry. They have over 3,300 stores. They are committed to delivering increasing value to their stakeholders while seeking to uphold their social, ethical, and environmental principles as well. If you'd like to learn more about Signet Jewelers, you can visit them at www.signetjewelers.com. So it's the same concept for all 3, Comcast, Home Depot, and Signet Jewelers. You would need to work on the Arise Secure desktop. You are required to do a background check. And for Signet Jewelers, what to expect is that you'll be handling inbound and some outbound calls, but they're not sales. Just to follow up, more than likely, you're going to get calls, people who have placed orders. They want to assist customers with product questions, place new orders, volume orders, handling existing orders like returns and replacement, provide store-specific support, helping the customers to track their shipments, gift cards, loyalty card support, dispositioning all calls, and also deliver first call resolution with white glove service. Okay, so it's a great program. All 3 are reputable clients, companies that are household names. In phase one, you would do the instructor-led learning. You learn about the client, how to navigate systems, and how to address customer inquiries and concerns. You do have to exercise strong attention to detail and concentration. There's 4 hours of instructor-led content and about 2 hours of self-paced content as well. So in phase two, you start taking calls, and you have your instructors around you to help to reinforce policy procedure, and then you begin your phase two, taking calls Monday to Friday, excluding Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so it's a pretty good program. All three gives you an opportunity to earn by the hour. There is no per call revenue. You're paid for each client by the hour. Training phase one, there's no revenue. Most training classes are at most 2 weeks, 2.5 to 3. Just that would be for the Comcast. Their phase one is a little lengthier. They start on the 27th, as well as Home Depot. Training begins on the 27th. And for Signet Jewelers, their training would begin on the 18th of October. So Home Depot and Comcast, their training begins this month. And so once you've understood each client as what I've explained to you today, you are able to actually choose between the three clients: Comcast, Home Depot, and Signet Sales. We will send you a PDF if you are interested in working with Mekka Communications on the Arise platform. We will then contact your references and also send you instructions on how to enroll for your training. Now, training, there is a cost for your training program. You receive a certificate, as I mentioned before, that you can use in the future. We do accept entry-level representatives. So one of the great aspects about working with Mekka on the Arise platform is that you have a chance to increase your experience. Now, some people say, why do I need to pay for training? So training is actually to learn your product, learn how to take the calls and apply all that you've learned when you begin serving customers and earning your revenue. It's just to give you knowledge. Now, you also receive a certificate, as what it shows here, certification that you can take with you to use as a to highlight your call center skills and your experience as well too. So some people ask, why do we need to pay for training? It is a course, and there, with any course, there you do invest in your learning advantage. And after you put all your learning to good use, you then begin to earn revenue as much as you would like. Agents earn quite a bit. It is an hourly, so it's not commission, it's by the hour. And the most great aspect as a independent call center agent is that you have the freedom that work is around your availability rather than you having to be available for a set schedule. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, everybody. With that in mind, I just wanted to let you know that, yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity. Let me stop my screen share. Sorry. There we go. It's a wonderful opportunity. We do have 3 reputable clients to service on the Arise platform. We have Comcast, Home Depot, as well as the Signet Jewelers, all three. It's a great experience, flexible hours, so you can be part-timers, full-timers, over-timers. It's all up to you. So that concludes our information session today. As I mentioned, what you can do is express to me your interest, whether you see yourself thriving with Comcast Xfinity, doing retention calls, or with Home Depot, servicing clients, or with Signet Jewelers. I've given a description of all three, and if whatever client that interests you, I will send you a PDF of the information I just shared with you, and we welcome you to enroll and secure your spot for training for Comcast and Home Depot that begins September 27th. Seats are filling really rapidly for Home Depot. It's one of the #1 favorites on the Arise platform, and also for Comcast as well. Okay, so you can decide today which client suits you best. If you'd like to think about it, our email is meccacommunications@gmail.com. So that's M as in Mary, E as in Edward, K as in kite, K as in kilogram, A as in apple, C for Charlie, O for orange, M as in mother, M as in Mary, U as in umbrella, N for Nancy, I as in India, community, C as in Charles, A as in apple, T as in Tom, I as in India, O as in Oscar, N as in Nancy, S as in Sam. Mekka Communications @gmail.com. I just want to thank you for taking the time today to join our information session, and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.